Hello and welcome to the Solahart Sales App training video, how to schedule a sales appointment from a lead. Okay, in the previous video we learned how to create a new sales lead. Now we will learn how to find that lead and schedule a sales appointment. Let's start by opening our list of sales leads by selecting the Sales Leads tile on our dashboard. A reminder here that by default it is only admin users who can see sales leads and schedule sales appointments. However, there is an option in the system settings that you can select to allow your sales team to add and view leads and customers. This setup option is explained in the video how to configure the system settings. Before we can schedule an appointment, we need to be able to find our lead. So let's take a detailed look at our lead list. Just before we go and look at our list of sales leads, you can find your leads using the global search up here in the title bar. This is a powerful search option and will show you all the places your search text is found. For this video, we will focus on using the lead list and learn how to customize the lead list to make it easier to find our leads and manage our lead data. Now, I only have a couple of leads in my demo database. You will hopefully have many more, which means that finding your leads may require some filtering. The first thing you notice about the list is that the leads are all different colours. Remember that you can select the legend button to remind yourself what all the colours mean. The first 4 colours in the legend relate to the age of the lead, which can help you identify which leads to prioritise. Okay, let's go back to our list. As this is a list view, you are able to customize the list to suit your own personal preference. I'm using a small screen, so I have a scroll bar down the bottom, which means to see all of the list data, I need to scroll across. To help me find my leads, I want to move the lead source field over to the left so that I don't have to scroll to see that data. To do this, I can simply click and drag the column to my preferred location. Now, the list can look a bit skewy while you are moving columns around, but don't worry, simply use the refresh button to refresh the page. I can also hide and show columns. To do this, right-click anywhere in the column headings to bring up the Select Columns page. On the left-hand side, you can see all of the columns that are currently selected. On the right-hand side, you can see columns that are available and not currently selected. Just click on the minus sign to remove or the plus sign to add. You can also resize the columns by clicking on the border of a column and dragging to resize it. This is the same sort of resizing that you can do in Excel. Now that I have the right columns displaying, I can also change the sort order of the list. The age in days is a good example. When you click on the column name, the list will be sorted in ascending order based on this column. That means the newest leads are at the top of the list. If I click again, the list will now be sorted by this column in descending order. This means that the oldest leads are now at the top. One more click and the list will return to the default sort order. You can use this feature on any of the columns, which means you can even sort this list by lead source, a great way to review your leads from a particular source. Now, if you have a lot of open leads, you may also want to use the search option, or you could apply some filters to narrow down the list and find the lead you want to update. Let's start with the search function, which is just above the list of leads. This is a powerful search function, so you can type in names, addresses, or phone numbers to search on. For an example, I will search on the suburb Tanunda. Once I stop typing, the results are shown and you can see I only have one lead that has the text Tanunda. Use the X on the right-hand side of the search box to clear the search criteria so you can see all of the open leads again. Next, we can use the filter buttons that are in the header. You can use either the category filter or the status filter. Select the Category Filter button to open the Category Filter page. The left-hand side shows all the categories that you have selected, and the right-hand side shows you all of the available categories you can choose from. Let's say I wanted to see all leads that have PV included. Select OK when you are finished selecting the categories. OK, so we can see one lead with category PV and another two leads with PV and hot water. To clear the filter, I will reselect the Category Filter button and then use the Remove All button on the left-hand side and select OK when I have finished. You can also use the Status filter. Before we use the Status filter, let's say we are looking for a lead that was closed that we want to reinstate. In order to see a previously closed lead, we need to select the Include Archived button. Now, if we use our Status filter and select Not Proceeding, we will see our previously closed leads. From here, you can open the lead and update the status as required. For now, I will clear the filter. To do this, I will reselect the Status filter button in the header and then select the Remove All button and then OK. I will also select the Exclude Archived button so I don't see the closed leads. OK, now I want to schedule a sales appointment for our customer Warren Wiggins. I've opened my lead list and now I want to find the lead. Let's pretend I have hundreds of leads and cannot readily see my lead. I will use the search function, and because I know the customer's name, I will use that to search on. Now I can double click the lead line to open it, or I can select the lead line and then select the Open button in the header. I don't have to open the lead to schedule it, as I can schedule the lead right here from the lead list by selecting the line and then selecting the Schedule Lead button in the header. The Sales Scheduler page will open so you can assign this appointment to one of the salespeople set up in the Sales App system. When the Sales Scheduler page opens, by default we can see the week view for all of the salespeople set up in the Sales App, and above the salespeople we can see the unassigned appointments in blue. Let's start at the top with the legend. The legend shows us what all of the different colours mean. At the top we can see the green with white writing, which shows the scheduled sales appointments. The next 9 relate to the statuses of the leads and quotes, which have been covered in other videos. The second to last legend item shows blue with white writing, which are the unassigned sales appointments, and then we have the darker green with white writing, which shows tasks. In our week view, you can see the blue unassigned appointment at the top and a green scheduled appointment for today. The Show Rescheduled Jobs is a CRM function, so we will ignore that button for this video. To change the view from a week view, you can simply select from the list of other available views. The day view can be useful to visually show how much time is in between appointments. You also have a fortnightly and monthly view to select from. The little calendar button works like other calendars where you have a coloured tile on the days where something is scheduled. You can use the forward and back buttons, which will show you the next week or next day, depending on which view you are using. Notice next week that there is a day that is shaded for all salespeople. This is a scheduled public holiday. Dealership admin can set up public holidays in the sales scheduler to avoid booking appointments or tasks on public holidays. Okay, let's move this unassigned appointment to one of the salespeople. I will use Sylvester McBean. I simply click and drag to the desired day. As soon as you let the mouse click go, the Assign To page will open. This is where you can see and edit, if required, the date, time and duration for this appointment. I will change the time to 1 p.m. and also change the duration to 1.5 hours. Select OK when you are finished. As soon as the appointment is scheduled, the lead is converted to a quote automatically for you. This is no longer a lead, it is now a quote. Let me go to the sales scheduler and see the appointment in Sylvester's calendar. To do this, go to the dashboard and select the sales schedule tile. I will use the next arrow to show next week's appointments. Here you can see the appointment in green, and when I hover the mouse over the appointment, I can see a summary of the details of this quote. Now, if you need to reschedule the appointment, you can right-click and select Reschedule. Notice that you can also open the quote from here, a handy function for both admin and salespeople. And of course, you can click and drag the appointment to another day, which will open the Assign To page, so you can edit the appointment details as required. So in this video, we have learned how to customize the lead list to suit our needs. We also learned how to find our lead in the list using the search and filter functions. On top of that, we also learned how to schedule and reschedule a sales appointment, which resulted in the lead being converted to a quote. So that's all for this video. Thanks for watching and see you soon.